Jungkook was eating his dinner when suddenly he remembered something and a chuckle left from his mouth because your thought came in his mind. His lips always curls up in a smile whenever he think about you. He picked his phone and sat back on his chair. Let's see what is she doing. Miss Ma'am is behaving so high of herself from the past few days. A mischievous smile appeared on his face as he typed on his phone. He has found a hilarious meme and he knows that it will make you laugh. He hits send and waits, expecting a quick reply from you which you normally give, but these days something is different. What has happened to this girl? Is she ignoring me? He got restless when he got no reply from you. These days he's noticing changes in you. You don't talk much and mostly avoid coming in his way. You were sitting on your bed, lost deep in your thoughts when your phone buzzed. You checked it and your heart clenched when you see a message from Jungkook. You were holding your tears, but it didn't help when his name appeared on your phone screen. Jungkook and you have been friends for a long time, but he was always a lot more than a friend to you. You don't know about his feelings, but you have a crush on him. But before you express your feelings for him, destiny is taking you far from him. You check the meme he sent and normally you'd burst out laughing and immediately reply with another joke or meme. But today your heart feels heavy. You open the message and force a small smile, but it doesn't reach your eyes. You typed a brief haha and put your phone away. I can't take this anymore. It's better if it ends like this. A tear escaped from your eyes. Jungkook quickly checked his phone as it buzzed, but his smile faded to see your short reply. He frowned in confusion. Just haha? That's not like her. Enough of it. I'm going to find out what's wrong. He dialed your number and it rang, but there was no reply. Why is she doing this? He ended the call and the whole night he waited for the next day so that he can talk to you in the university. The next day, Jungkook walked in the cafeteria and scanned the room until he spotted you sitting alone at a corner table staring absent-mindedly at your coffee. He couldn't able to control himself and stride over, taking a seat across from you. You got a little surprised to see him. What's going on? You didn't answer my call last night. You swallowed but tried to act normal. I'm sorry, I might have not noticed. I was busy. He raised his brow, leaning forward. Busy? You have been avoiding me. First, your replies are weird, and now you are dodging my calls. What's going on? You stir your coffee, avoiding his gaze. It's nothing, just stressed with everything. Stressed. He repeated the word in a skeptical tone. You are not telling me the truth. I know something's wrong. Please, just talk to me. Your heart races, guilt and fear battling inside you. It's really nothing, Jungkook. I promise. He reaches out, gently touching your hand. We have always been honest with each other. If something's bothering you, you can tell me. You know that, right? You pull your hand back, unable to meet his eyes. I know, but it's complicated. Jungkook's expression softened, but his determination doesn't waver. I can handle complicated. Just let me in. Whatever it is, we can figure it out together. You shook your head, feeling the weight of the secret you can't share. I can't, not this time. He sat back, frustration and worry mixing in his eyes. Why not? What could be so bad that you can't tell me? You stood up suddenly, grabbing your bag. I have to go. You mumbled, turning away. I'm sorry. Jungkook watches as you walk away, his heart heavy with the distance growing between you. He knows there's more to the story and he will find it out even if you try to hide. Days started to pass and Jungkook could notice the distance growing between you two. You purposely avoid him in the university and don't talk much. That friendship seems to vanish now. Those laughter, those excuses you always find to talk to Jungkook and meet him in between the classes, everything has changed. He didn't get to know anything from your friends as well because they were equally confused and unaware about what's happening. It's just your behavior towards everyone changed all of a sudden. You distance yourself from everyone. Jungkook lost his mind when you stopped coming to the university. He was now out of control and decided to go to your house. He stopped by your house unannounced, hoping to surprise you and maybe get to know the bottom of what's been bothering you. Your mother answered the door, her expression warm but slightly strained. Oh, Jungkook, it's so nice to see you. Hi, Mrs. Kim, is she home? He asked, being passed her into the house. Your mother hesitated before answering. She is, but she's resting right now. Lots of preparations going on. Jungkook's brows knitted as he looked at her puzzled. Preparations? For what? Your mom looked at him surprised. You don't know? The wedding is coming up soon. She thought you have informed all your friends. Jungkook feels like the ground has been pulled out from under him. Wedding? Whose wedding? Wang's wedding? She didn't tell you? He shook his head, feeling a mixture of shock and betrayal. No, she didn't. Oh, she must be too emotional. Anyways, you are invited. Jungkook's hands tightly clenched into a fist as he felt his world torn apart. He felt betrayed. You were sitting alone in your room, staring at the wedding invitation with your name and a stranger's printed on it. Your phone buzzes on the desk and you see Jungkook's name flashed on the screen. You can't ignore him forever. Your heart cried seeing his name. You didn't want to deal with him, but for the last time you wanted to hear his voice. You never get to tell him how you feel about him and that you will never be able to love someone the way you loved him secretly. You wiped your eyes and gulped the lump in your throat before answering the phone. Hey Jungkook, you answer softly. Finally, I thought you'd disappeared on me. What's going on? Why have you been avoiding me? When you hear his voice, you felt like you're doing wrong to yourself. You took a deep breath. I'm sorry, Jungkook. There's something I need to tell you. There was silence for some time. You decided to tell him everything, but the words were not coming out of you. You are getting married, right? Your heart dropped when he replied from the other side. His voice cracked and your heart shattered into pieces. Yes, it's what my family wants. I didn't have a choice. You managed to whisper. You always have a choice. We always have a choice. There was intensity in his voice. Tears welled up in your eyes. It's not that simple. My family's happiness. It means everything to me. And what about your happiness? What about us? He asked, a desperate edge to his words. There is no us, Jungkook. You say the word cutting you as deeply as they do him. There never was. We were just friends. That's not true. I know you feel the same way about me as I do about you, he said angrily. Your heart skip a beat. The truth is out. He has been feeling the same about you all this time. But now it's too late. The wedding date is set and your fate is sealed. I can't do this to my family. Your voice choked with emotions. Then I'll come to you. I'll talk to your family. I'll make them understand. I won't let this wedding happen. No, please Jungkook, just let it go. Jungkook's heart shattered into pieces. For a long moment, there is only silence. When he finally speaks, his voice is resigned. If that's what you really want? It is. You lie, the tears streaming down your face. Then goodbye, he says, and the call ends, leaving you in the darkness of your room alone with the echoes of his final words. You lower your phone and burst into tears, clenching your shirt tightly around your chest. You were feeling like you took away your own happiness. I'm so sorry, Jungkook. No, sweetheart, I won't let you sacrifice your happiness because of your family. They will definitely get you married, but not the one they choose for you. It's going to be us. He turned back when he heard footsteps. I found something very surprising. Jungkook nodded, signing him to continue. The guy she's supposed to marry, Lee Min-ho. He's not just anyone, he's the heir to the Lee family. They are our biggest rival gang. Jungkook's eyes widen and then narrow with resolve. So it's worse than I thought. Yes, it is, but it also means we have an opportunity. If we play this right, we can not only stop the wedding, but also strike a significant blow to the Lee family. Jungkook clenched his fist. I need to protect her, and if it means taking down the Lee family in the process, then so be it. Jimin placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. We are with you. Just say the word and we'll make sure she's safe. Jungkook nodded, his determination growing stronger. Prepare everything. We are going to get her out of this mess. She's not marrying Minho, not while I'm around. Jimin gives a firm nod. Understood. I'll get the team ready. As Jimin leaves to make the preparations, Jungkook looked at the window. His thoughts focus on you. He knows the risk, but he's willing to face them all. It was unknown to anyone that Jungkook is actually an underworld mafia who has been living a normal life disguised as a university student. He fell in love with you and somehow you got close. Your father has connections with mafias as he is a very famous and renowned businessman and aware of the reality of Lee family. He's getting you married with their son because they are more powerful and rich, but they are unaware that the one who runs this whole underworld is already in love with their daughter. Wow, see, all these gifts are for you. Can you imagine the price? And your wedding dress. It has rare diamonds that are hard to find. Your in-laws loves you so much. You'll be very happy there. She said, turning towards you with a smile, but all you could give her is emotionless face. Your mother sat beside you and put her hand on your shoulder. Why your face is down? Aren't you excited? It's your wedding tomorrow, sweetheart. You should be happy. You looked at her with teary eyes. You knew that you were doing wrong by sacrificing your happiness and feelings for Jungkook. If I have to sacrifice my happiness for all these, it has no value. Your dad got up. Why? Do you even know how lucky you are? Not only they are rich but most powerful. We only want you to have a safe and secure future. He took a deep breath, trying to be calm while explaining you. We know it's a good match for you. This marriage will change your life for the better. But I don't love him. He came out of nowhere. How can you expect me to love a guy whom I never met? You protest, your voice barely above a whisper. Your mother sighed, reaching out to take your hand. You will fall for him. Minho comes from a powerful family. With him by your side, you'll have security and stability. Your father gives you a reassuring smile. Trust us, sweetheart. We only want what's best for you. You lower your gaze, feeling the weight of their words pressing down on you. You want to make them proud, but at what cost? Later that night, you sit alone in your room, the weight of your parents' expectations heavy on your shoulder. You know they mean well, but their words only deepen the sense of dread you feel about this impending marriage. But something made your eyes squint. You tried to look closely when you saw a black car stopping right under the area of your window. First you didn't understand, but then you saw Jungkook. Your heart dropped. He looked up at you and then in no time he came to your window as if he's not a human. Jungkook, you let him come inside the room. He looked at you. Jungkook, you can't be here. You whisper urgently, glancing around nervously. I know about Minho. I'm getting you out of here. You shake your head, panic rising in your chest. No, Jungkook, you can't do this. If they find out you helped me, they'll come after you. You don't understand what they are capable of. Jungkook's gaze softened, but his resolve remained unwavering. I can handle them, but I can't let you marry him. If you are marrying anyone, it's going to be me. Your eyes widen in surprise, unable to believe what you are hearing. Jungkook, what are you saying? I'm saying that I can't stand by and watch you marry someone else. I love you, and I won't let anyone separate us. Tears well up in your eyes as you realize the depth of his feelings for you. Jungkook, you can't mean that. We can't be together. It's not possible. But Jungkook only stepped closer, determination burning in his eyes. It is possible. If we are willing to fight for it, and I am, I'll do whatever it takes to keep you by my side. Jungkook, I don't know what to say. He took your hand in his touch sending shivers down your spine. Say that you'll trust me. Say that you'll let me protect you. You looked into his eyes, seeing the sincerity and determination shining within them. In that moment, you realized that you have never felt safer than you do with Jungkook by your side. With tears streaming down your face, you nod, your voice barely above a whisper. I trust you, Jungkook, with everything. You finally decided to choose your true feelings and happiness, and that happiness is with Jungkook. You quickly grabbed a few important things and then ran away from the house with Jungkook. A few hours later, everyone in the Kim family get to know that you ran away because someone left a note to Minho that he doesn't even deserve to dream about you. Both the families gather together and your search begins. I can't believe this. Wyan can never disobey us. She can't run. Someone must have kidnapped her. Everyone is in tension because tomorrow is the wedding and the bride is missing. Minho's eyes were burning as he was getting an idea who can do this. Suddenly he got a call and his eyes turned dark. Send a team, I'm coming. He left from there without saying anything to anyone. Minho, I guess he found out, he said looking at your mother. Jungkook broke the hug and kissed your forehead. I love you and you don't need to be afraid of anyone. You were still confused. This Jungkook is a little different. You didn't know he lives in such a highly secure mansion and all those bodyguards. Can I ask you what's happening? Who are you? He cupped your face and looked at you with love. I'm the same guy you fall for and who fall for you. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you this before, but I'm a gangster. Your heart dropped. Gangster? You are a mafia? You said, taking a step back. But not like your father and the guy you're getting married to. Don't worry, Wyan. I will protect you. You trust me, right? You nodded and he again hugged you. Suddenly there was a chaos outside. You got scared and ran towards the window when you saw black cars entering inside the mansion. You looked at Jungkook. It's him. He came here. He came near you and he was calm. Don't worry about anything. Just stay here until I come back, okay? Let's end it once and for all. You grabbed his hand. You won't get into a fight or kill him, right? He chuckled and cupped your face. Don't worry, nothing like that would happen. He kissed the top of your head and walked outside the room while your heart was still beating fast. He sat on the bed. God, please protect him.